Senate File 1708 is a request for $100,000 from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund for programming and educational opportunities to the Minnesota Fishing Museum and Hall of Fame in Little Falls. With a land of 10,000 lakes, fishing is a very important piece of our heritage here in Minnesota. I'm a better hunter than a fisherman, but I continue to put a hook in the water, and it's probably the most relaxing peace and quiet I get because, as I said, I'm not a very good fisherman, so my hook doesn't get bit very often. But here to get more explicit on the request is I'll start with my testifier, Mr. Gary Osberg.
My name is Gary Osberg, a member of the board of Minnesota Fishing Museum and Hall of Fame. Thank you for the opportunity to testify on behalf of Senate File 1708. Thank you to State Senator Jeff Howe for authoring Senate File 1708. The Minnesota Fishing Museum and Hall of Fame is in Little Falls, where the Mississippi pauses. It is a cornerstone of our state's rich fishing heritage. Our mission is simple but vital: to preserve the history and heritage of freshwater fishing in Minnesota, educate the public about the industry, and promote the sport of fishing for generations to come. Minnesota has long been known as the land of 10,000 lakes, a state where fishing is woven into the fabric of our communities, a tradition passed down from generation to generation, a way for families to connect with the outdoors, and a key driver of Minnesota's tourism economy. The Minnesota Fishing Museum and Hall of Fame plays a crucial role in keeping this legacy alive. We are asking for funding to sustain and expand our educational programs, maintain our exhibits, and ensure the museum remains a valuable resource for Minnesotans and out-of-state visitors alike. For over 15 years, we've administered the Master Angler Program on behalf of the Minnesota DNR. The program honors anglers for their achievements and encourages responsible fishing practices. Funding will allow us to expand this program, recognizing even more anglers and reinforcing ethical fishing traditions. Conducting school tours of the museum and working with high school fishing leagues provide hands-on learning for students, teaching them about the history of fishing, conservation efforts, and sustainability. The Fishing for All Our Scouts program gives young folks, regardless of their socioeconomic status, the tools and skills to enjoy fishing. Scouts help refurbish rods and reels and distribute them to local community programs. One scout even earned the rank of Eagle through his and her involvement, proving how life-changing these opportunities can be. The museum is dedicated to preserving the art of spear fishing decoy carving, a tradition deeply rooted in Minnesota's culture. Led by retired teachers and past board members, we provide workshops where youth learn this craft and compete in our annual contest. Our annual Night with the Fishing Pros fundraiser, which is Friday, April 4th, connects the community with fishing guide legends, raising critical funds to support our operations while offering a once-in-a-lifetime educational experience. The museum's 270-gallon aquarium stocked with native Minnesota fish serves as a powerful educational tool, allowing visitors to experience aquatic ecosystems up close and learn about sustainable fishing practices. The Minnesota Fishing Museum and Hall of Fame play an important active role in community education. We frequently serve as guest speakers for civic organizations like the Lions Club, Exchange Club, and Rotary. We are also honored to be featured speakers at this year's Minnesota Governor's Fishing Opener in Cross Lake. The Minnesota Fishing Museum and Hall of Fame is more than a collection of artifacts. It's part of our state's history and future. With your support, we can continue to educate, inspire, and connect Minnesotans with the sport of fishing for years to come. Thank you once again to Senator Jeff Howe for authoring the bill, and thank you, Chair Herr, and the members of the committee for your time and attention.
Brenda Perlowski. Good afternoon, Chair and committee members. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I'm the Executive Director for the Minnesota Fishing Museum and Hall of Fame, and I'm honored to represent the museum and the Hall, a place where Minnesota's rich fishing heritage is preserved, celebrated, and passed on to future generations. Fishing is more than a sport in our state. It's a way of life. It connects families, teaches patience, respect for nature, and strengthens our communities. However, ensuring that this legacy endures takes constant effort, resources, and innovation. We are seeking funds to sustain and expand our programs that make a real impact on Minnesotans. Every day we work to educate, inspire, and engage people of all ages, but we face ongoing challenges that threaten our ability to maintain exhibits, enhance programming, and reach more communities. Here's the bigger picture. This isn't just about keeping a museum open. It's about preserving a legacy that defines Minnesota. If we don't protect and share our state's fishing heritage, who will? Future generations deserve more than stories. They deserve hands-on experiences that connect them to the traditions that shaped our communities. Without dedicated efforts to educate, engage, and inspire, the knowledge, history, and values tied to Minnesota fishing culture could fade. Our museum is more than a building, it's a living archive, a gathering place, and a bridge between past and future anglers. We take on this role because it matters. Because fishing isn't just a sport, it's a way of life in Minnesota. If we don't champion this cause, who will ensure that our traditions, our conservation efforts, and fishing heritage endure for generations to come? With your support, we can expand our reach, preserve our history, and make sure that fishing continues to unite families, educate youth, and strengthen our communities. I want to thank Senator Howe for introducing the bill, and I would like to thank the chair and the committee for having us here today.